From the moment you walk into the showroom floor at Trapp Cadillac, you understand our commitment to providing a truly exceptional experience for all returning and new customers.
Our goal is to make sure you're always comfortable while understanding the entire process of getting into your new Trapp Cadillac.
When you drive a Trapp Cadillac, you know performance, bold styling, and our shared commitment to service.
One thing you can always count on here at Trapp Cadillac is our excellent service experience.
Hello and welcome back to our ongoing coverage of Cajun Snow Day 2025. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Our live call-in line is right there, 985-879-1231. Here is some live drone coverage that we had for you. Jay, was this yesterday or today? Oh, this is early this morning. And so as you can tell, they're going over to the twin spans. The crews there are working here a little later. That has not been passable. That bridge has been closed. You can tell by the vehicle there coming to turn left onto Park that we have some vehicles that have been driving there. But again, I want to kind of make mention to you, just because you see that dark area that they're driving on, that's not the road. There's ice under the tires of that vehicle. As you see how much snow actually fell over the course of, call it the last 24 hours, started somewhere between 4 and 7 a.m. yesterday. Lots of snow, trying to figure out exactly how much snow had fallen. So again, you are looking at Terrebonne General and its campus there on the right side of the screen. Along with their atrium building there to the right. Those are right there at the foot of the twin span. And we are looking at some coverage from a drone this morning. And we see now Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. This is information and coverage from the Sheriff's Office, which we're very, very thankful for. So thank you to Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. Thank you for clarifying that, Jay. I wasn't sure what that meant. There's Government Towers there, downtown Houma. Again, a live overhead look at some of those buildings, the DA office down there as well, that judicial building there on the left. And so, again, Government Towers, where a lot of our decisions are made here in the parish. Parish President Jason Basrell and his offices there. Again, look at the volume of snow. You can see there the edge of HTV as well, right there at the corner of Barrow and Main Street. The parking garage there as we take a look at Terrebonne General there in the distance. But lots and lots of snow coverage there. Lots of ice and snow as it remains it's gotten up to about the 20s. So thank you, Carrie. I wasn't checking those updates each hour. An hour and a half ago, it was in the teens. But again, that cold weather remains, and so that ice and the snow remains. The snow's going down just a little bit as it compacted some after the snow for so many hours on yesterday. But again, this is very thankful to have downtown proper being shown to you from a drone from Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office, which we're very, very thankful for. And again, there's Bayou Terrebonne as we circle back around. Again, you can see those bridges there. And so here we see the volume of snow as they trek this path, this new path. Again, in a lot of ways, none of the vehicles have gone over the twin span to this point. And so HTV bringing you coverage this morning here by Martin Foss, providing to you a view of what's happening from the twin span. Again, all of our emergency vehicles, this road has been closed. It's been closed since 4 a.m. on Tuesday, the 21st, in the morning of the 21st on Tuesday. The twin span has not been passable, and it's because of safety. And now we're able to be able to do that, as you see now that we're coming back down here. Again, look how thick that snow is. And I promise you, there's ice underneath it. Again, emergency vehicles traveling very, very slowly. And then Martin Foss providing to and for us here at HTV, bringing live to you all of this coverage and the snow covering the roads. Again, tracking new paths as we try to provide for you and with you the information that we share here. The foot of the twin span coming towards where we are on Main Street. Again, these emergency vehicles allowing us and providing with us the support. And so always glad to have the partnership with them to be able to do what we're bringing to you here today. Again, that is coverage from the twin spans that we had not provided previously. Again, here traveling over to the bridge going to the twin spans, where we had just come from. Now here we are on the opposite twin span. You can see that view as we're here at the red light of at Park. And here we are, the streets that lead out of town, now turning left here on Park Avenue as we're traveling down. Again, very few people out on the road, which is terrific. Look at the volume of snow. And most people know downtown Houma got a lot of snow yesterday. That snow now turning into ice as, again, traveling slowly here on West Park. Coming down, again, Martin Faust providing this information and this coverage to and for us as we're traveling here. You can see there are two lanes there here on Park, as you know. Only one is the one that we're traveling. And the reason is because we shouldn't have very many vehicles on the road. These emergency vehicles and emergency personnel are the only ones really that should be on the road, and we appreciate that very, very much. We're going to take another break right here, but don't go anywhere as we continue the coverage of 2025 Cajun Snow Day.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barker Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Hello and welcome back as we have our coverage of this Cajun Snow Day, now a little bit more of a Cajun Ice Day. Again, your host, Keith Whiteside. Very glad to have Martin on the desk with us. Welcome back, Martin.
Well, I'll tell you, it's been fun. I've been riding with Chad White, thanks to the Sheriff's Department.
Yeah.
Sheriff Tim Saunier, and there's a lot of snow, Keith. And for people that say, nah, not a lot of snow, there's a lot of snow.
Yeah.
You've been seeing, I'm still waiting for my hand to thaw. I've been holding the camera out. It's different because you're rolling over ice.
Right. And you
so
can hear it.
It's a bumpy ride.
Right.
But, you know, they're doing a great job. We're in a four-wheel drive. We see, I might have saw 3 cars on the road, which is great.
Yes. Yeah.
But it's cold. Wind down at 25 miles per hour. It's cold. Can you
Right.
see it, Paul?
Well, I even mentioned that as you were filming. I'm thinking, and guys, just so you know, that's Martin filming with the window down and his hands outside of the window. That's cold anytime, but it's really cold, 25 miles an hour, 20 or less degrees.
I get up 5 and I'd be like a caged cat if I wasn't doing something. I've always told people I'd rather be out there.
Right.
But sometimes I'm on and you saw these shots. I'm sure ready. That's him scraping the bridge right by the hospital.
Yeah.
And we had some good shots of that. Tommy Boudreaux and his gang, also DOTD, they're all out there doing a great job.
They really are, and we appreciate it. The other thing that was really interesting is you can see here, that's not the road you're seeing, that's ice.
Yeah.
That's the ice. You're hearing that scrape over ice.
Yeah. And this was, we went up and we had 4-wheel drive naturally. We went up before, I don't know if y'all had played it earlier, we went up before they did.
Okay.
And, we don't recommend anybody do that. But
right.
Sheriff's Unit has those big tires.
Yes.
And they catch. This is a powdery snow. It's easy to walk on.
Right.
But the problem is when it starts to melt and it's going to glaze over these streets, it's going to be like ice.
Yep.
Well, it's not like ice. It will be ice.
It is ice.
And you'll be sliding all over the place. So
yeah.
It's going to get more dangerous, I think, in the next 24 hours.
So, quite frankly, people were asking, when can we get on the road? I'm like, don't.
Yeah.
You're not. Terrebonne Parish closed schools Thursday and Friday, and there's a reason for that. We don't want to be out there. And this freeze tonight, this hard freeze tonight is going to just solidify this ice, and it's just going to stay there.
And we're bringing them shots. We're going to show them shots.
Right.
Earl Savan with the Sheriff's Department provided us footage. I don't know if y'all had a chance to roll it in yet.
We did.
Okay,
We did.
good. And Chase Toops just sent me some aerial footage, drone footage. We're going to roll that. We have Dwayne, who's out there, Dupre, who's out there getting shots from other areas, Thibodeau, Napoleonville. He'll be in Houma, too. So no need to leave. Just watch HTV, watch Facebook, and we're going to bring you these unprecedented shots, which you probably will never see again.
Yep. It was a very, very valid point that, this much snow, I never in my life imagined I would see it at all, but we'll probably never see it again.
No, it's just amazing. And these machines that they have, and Tommy Boudreau and Norris and Boudreau have been working frantically trying to get bridges cleared up. I've talked to him several times. And, God, just to the workers out there trying to keep everything clear, they're working very hard.
Right.
And it's a beautiful day, though.
Yes.
It's gorgeous outside.
Go outside and play. The snow's still there.
Walk out in your front yard, breathe the air for a second, and you'll realize the air's very heavy. You don't want to be in it. Go back inside. But we saw kids having snowball fights in their yard and all that. Knock yourself out.
Yep.
Just wear goggles.
Yeah, no
when
kidding.
you fire the ice.
Yeah. Yeah, because especially today, as we're seeing, that snow is starting to become a little bit more like ice. And just be careful around your area. You will probably not be able to tell where the road ends and the ditch begins.
Right, that's exactly right. I was walking across the street this morning. I went checking another building about 4:30, and I said, well, let me walk across and take a picture. And I hit the curb, and I almost bit it.
Oh, my.
You can't tell. It's one even piece of snow.
That's right.
So you got to be careful.
Constant
Look
snow.
at the snow he's pushing on the side.
Yeah, I was mentioning that as y'all were going through. It's remarkable that just that amount of snow right there in that lane that's 1.5 feet, 2 feet of snow on the side right there. I mean, that's a lot of snow.
I'm really curious, Keith, to see what the final total will be. I'm hearing people say, no, it was only 6 inches, and no. Maybe in some areas it was 6 inches, but other areas, I mean, around my house, and I was measuring in the middle of the yard.
Right.
Probably 8 to 10.
Okay.
Different spot. Some people are saying they had 12 to 15.
I physically measured in between my house and Ricky and Margaret Johnson's house, walked over, because I went to clear off I had this much snow on top of my AC units.
Right.
And I thought, I want to take that off because it's going to freeze tonight, So I knocked all that off, and I'm walking back, and I'm thinking, man, it's like up to my knee.
Well, it's coming from the roofs too, right?
Well, but neither of our roofs go that way.
Oh,
both of our roofs are north and south.
Gotcha.
15 inches.
It was all being
on the tape
funneled
measure. Yeah, I think it was in.
wind,
so I don't think that's a real assessment of what, because I think you're right. There was probably some wind that had blown that snow.
But it's still a lot.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
I tried to wait. It was to my knee.
Yeah. So
it's a lot of snow.
Look, love talking with you, but I'm going back out there.
All right, I'll hold the desk. You go get some more shots.
Yeah, now you can keep on going. Look at the icicles.
That's icicles right there off the building, HTV. Martin, we appreciate you.
I know it's in good shape with you, Keith, so you keep going.
Thank you, brother. You go do the same. Stay warm, Martin. All right, guys, that's Martin Foss, who is physically, literally heading back out into the field, into the cold, to bring you shots of this beautiful winter wonderland that we got right here on this Cajun Snow Day 2025. Don't go anywhere. A whole lot more coverage right here on HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
Hello and welcome back to this edition of our Cajun Snow Day 2025. I'm your host, Keith Whiteside, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. But you can hear the crunch of the ice under the tires. Again, that four-wheel drive, very large knobby tires that they have with the sheriff's office. But again, Martin with coverage. with his hand on a camera outside the window, freezing, to bring us coverage, which we appreciate. So we'll just listen in as he travels down Highway 182, which is 182 near Bayou subdivision. And so kind of hard to hear the audio there. Just want to let you know he's showing the Bayou side, and there he is with the audio. And here he is near the Barrios area where we think they got some 8 to 10 inches of snow. Again, there's one of those vehicles on the road, and they haven't seen many of those. Thank goodness. That's one of the 3 that Martin mentioned. And again, this is the backside of Sugar Mill subdivision. Excuse me. And look at the ice on top of those plants. And
Dr. Jerry and Miss Jean Haydell's old house.
And now we can hear that audio.
And they had snow way back, and I remember seeing the snow pictures. I spent a lot of time here when I was growing up. Well, Dr. Jerry would be smiling at this site today.
Yes, he would. Again, in this area, they got some 8 to 10 inches. They have the backyard where the tennis court is and the barn. And I'm sure there's lots and lots of ice and snow. Look at the snow back there. Wow. Wow. Look at the snow in the trees, guys. Remarkable. And again, you can hear the crunch on the street when he puts the window down to get footage for us. And here Martin is traveling near his house.
All right, we're heading back towards town. As you can see, Orange Grove plantation, very scenic.
Beautiful.
Of course, behind here are the alligator farms. For the Bayou Black.
And again, our call-in number is Martin Falls is traveling Bayou Black right now. Call-in number 985-879-1231. Absolutely beautiful.
Call this Lake Sneaux. Looks like a lake, doesn't it?
This is live coverage that we got today around Martin Falls out in the field with law enforcement, Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. So again, thank you, Tim Saunier, being able to partner with us as we always do. Very thankful as we take shots here and showing you the parish so you don't have to. Showing you here Little Bayou Black as as Martin and representative from the Sheriff's Office here, making sure that they're bringing you all of this coverage so you can see it all right here on HTV, this winter wonderland, as multiple inches of snow falls here in Houma, Terrebonne Parish, the Fouche, Assumption, Morgan City, everywhere. St. Mary. Things looks like we're coming up on St. Anne Church. Catholic Church in Bayou. We appreciate the caller on the line. We're going to get to you as soon as we can. We want to keep sharing with you footage from Martin Foss here. On Little Bayou Block.
Cane fields covered in snow. There's waterproof in the background.
St. Anthony. I said St. Anne. That was St. Anthony. I apologize. I should know all my Catholic churches. And again, we thank you for Martin being out there in the cold. You can kind of hear the wind a little bit and the crunch of the ice underneath. This a wonderful trip down by Black and over into Barry, Awesome, Mulberry, and showing you all of those shots.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Hello and welcome back to HTV's coverage of this Cajun snow day. Again, Keith Weissite. Very glad you are joining us. And back in the studio, back in from the cold, Martin Foss.
Tell you what, I went down Grand Caillou.
Okay.
And I want to thank Chad White with the Sheriff's Department, Sheriff Tim Sonny for taking care of us. And saw a lot of city PD out there. Saw a lot of people working the scrapers. Now, Grand Caillou's a little different. They had a lot more traffic.
Okay.
People starting to come out there. They had a convenience store that was open.
Oh, okay.
So they were all going to the convenience store.
Gotcha.
And the road, you'll see the roads are starting to ice.
Okay.
Because now I think it was 32 degrees when we pulled up in the back here. It's going to melt. Then tonight it's supposed to be 17 again.
Yep.
And it's going to freeze.
Yep.
That's when it becomes dangerous.
Yep. So we really need people, certainly, to be safe and do that. And again, part of where you guys were, again, some drone coverage here. Where's this, Jay? In Gray by Troop C.
Yeah.
So, again, like you said, some traffic there from Troop C, of course, those guys coming in and out, taking care of us and taking care of what we need. But, I mean, just the snow that we saw, your footage as well, just how thick that snow is.
Yeah. And I want to thank Troop C. They're taking Dwayne Dupre around.
Right.
So, that's the sheriff right there. I'm going to talk to the sheriff
Very
while
good.
you handle it.
Very good. We're going to take care of this, guys. Martin's going to handle this phone call with the sheriff. Very important for him to do. So, again, we got coverage here, and I'm just going to let you enjoy this coverage. And again, these partnerships matter, as Martin is, again, thanking the sheriff for all of his help and work, all of this drone coverage brought to you by the Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office. And again, Chad White driving Martin around today so we can get additional coverage for you. So we are very glad to have with us by phone. This is Sheriff Tim Saunier. Go ahead, Sheriff.
Sheriff of Terrebonne Parish, Tim Saunier. And Sheriff, I'll let you tell the people right now.
All right. So just a quick update. I mean, we're still watching the weather and it's starting to warm up a little bit, but it's going to get back to freezing temperatures. But I know the school districts, they're going to be closed Thursday and Friday. That's been put out. And also there's a boil water advisor in areas on the east side of the parish, and that's put out by Consolidated Waterworks. And we put it on the sheriff's office page, so if people are wondering about it, they can go to our page and get that information so they know.
Yeah, we'll get Jay to mimic that on ours, and appreciate it. Sheriff, we were riding around. Thank you so much for helping us out to document it, because it's important to document it. It also allows people to stay at home and watch instead of getting on the road. But, of course, it looked like the east side had a lot more car activity because they had a convenience store open, so they're all trying to get there. But, you know, so just how's things looking on your end?
Well, you're starting to see a little bit of melt and you see a little glitch. So I know the sun's doing what it does because it's kind of warm. It's warming up above freezing. But I mean, I guess the concern is tonight when the temperature drops again, and what are going to be conditions of the roadway. So we're going to be monitoring through the night on those type of issues, so we got better updated information in the first thing in the morning on where we're at when we're dealing with it.
Well, we want to thank you and thank everybody for keeping us safe. Y'all have gone over and above once again, and thank you for helping us document it, because that's the only way we can really see what we're up against, you know?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, you stay safe out there, Sheriff.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye.
And again, Sheriff Tim Saunier right there on the phone with Martin, as we stay in constant communication with the Sheriff's Office and Houma Police Department, and very, very thankful for what they're doing and being out there and being present.
Yeah, and Chief Travis Terrio has always been good. He's been hands-on from the day I've known him, you know? Yep. So I saw his units out there, and state police are out there, and I saw a lot of city trucks out there, and I saw Norris and Boudreaux out there, and I saw some parish things working very hard. So there you have it. So I'm gonna make another run, and I'm gonna let you hold down the fort.
Got it.
We'll
do
a
the
great
same.
job.
We'll take care of it.
Keith.
Appreciate you, Martin.
Okay.
And right now we're going to turn live to Napoleonville. This is drone coverage from Dwayne Dupre here with HTV. Okay, very good. And so you get the best of both worlds. You get this drone coverage of Napoleonville from Dwayne, and you get my voice. And so we're very, very glad to have that. But again, look how it's amazing to me, and I shared this a little earlier. We're looking at this live update from Napoleonville. And again, this is just a shot of what's happening. The snow has not melted very much at all. We can see the roadway there. It looks to be probably LA1 going through there. Hard to tell exactly which one that is. Oh, there's LA1. Sorry, that was a cross street. Thank you, Jason. And again, there's Bayou as it travels down through. And look at how just amazing it is that these drones can capture this kind of beauty. And we get that bird's eye view thanks to drones. And again, thanks to Troop C for allowing and helping us to be able to do that and provide this footage to you. So now we're looking at the area in Napoleonville. And again, some of those houses right there off of LA1 and 308. Right there, as we see that tree line over to your left, is Bayou Lafourche. And we see these beautiful shots, this live version. I think we're pulling up, that looks like Assumption High School there. And so very, very pleased to be able to see all of this snow, completely snow-covered football field, snow-covered baseball field. You can see the rows of sugarcane there off to your right, and just rather remarkable to see this kind of coverage that we have. Continuing coverage of our snow day here in Houma, right here on HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Alford and Associates for all of your insurance needs. CIS, Cardiovascular Institute of the South, the highest quality cardiovascular care available. Barca Honda, the Barker family tradition of quality.
Hello and welcome back to our coverage of this Cajun Snow Day 2025. I'm your host, Keith Weissite, licensed clinical social worker with Terrebonne Home Care. Very glad you're joining us. However you may be joining us, we appreciate it. We've been having a very good time today sharing with you all of the footage to prevent you from having to go out. We've had drone coverage from the Sheriff's Office, Terrebonne Parish Sheriff's Office, drone coverage from Dwayne Dupree, and our local coverage, Martin, getting out, sharing with you some live coverage. We turn back to that coverage on the east side down Grand Caillou Road as Martin is traveling with the Sheriff's Office.
Example of why Chad's got four-wheel drive. He's driving very carefully, but as you can tell, this ice has already frozen over where they cleared the bridge. The water's already freezing. It becomes pretty treacherous. We're going down a bridge right now. Chad's a very experienced driver, going slow, and he's got four-wheel drive. If you try to do this any other way, it's not going to be pretty. So adhere to the rules right now. Plus, this bridge isn't open. We're just sort of showing you to document why they tell you this. We are now on Grand Caillou, and it's going to be a bumpy ride, folks. That's what's ahead of us. We'll do the best we can, get you some pretty good shots. East side of Houma. A lot of walkers, as you can tell.
Very little car
Good morning.
traveling.
Good morning. How y'all doing? Y'all doing okay? How you doing? You doing okay?
I'm gonna be on the news.
Yeah, it's a little cold today, isn't
Yes, it's cold.
it? Yeah. Y'all making a long walk? How far y'all going?
I try to go swimming, but all my shrimp frozen, man. All my shrimp frozen out today, man.
Man, y'all brave. It's cold out here.
It was worse yesterday.
Y'all doing a good job, though.
Yep, and I said,
Y'all got a long way to go.
Honestly, I've never seen one that looks so pretty.
It is.
I prefer this over a hurricane any day.
There you go. Watch your footing now. This is unbelievable. Man, they've cleaned their driveway already. Look at the snow. They pushed it on the side. Y'all doing a good job.
how you doing, Mr. Martin?
Y'all doing all right?
Yes, sir.
Good.
Hey.
How long it took?
We've been out there about since 9, I guess.
Really?
About 9. Just doing the front. We still got the back to do, though.
It's a little tiring, huh?
Good workout.
There you go. Good.
How you doing?
Look at the water that's turning to ice real quick. This is what we're worried about, folks. It is icing up quickly. So when you hit that, you slide it. That's why they're clearing. You see the workers clearing Grand Caillou.
Hey, Captain Chef, how are we doing today?
Hey, how we doing today?
Very good, John. Thank you very much. We know you guys are out on the road, kind of taking care of everything. Tell us what y'all are seeing over in your area.
Man, you actually caught me out on the road right now, Keith. Kind of give you a visual effect of what we saw yesterday. Unprecedented snow.
Yeah.
More than I've ever seen in my lifetime. I believe they recorded close to 8 inches in Morgan City. Currently, we have snow all over the roads, the bridge. The bridge is still closed at the moment, but other than that, I think we all survived.
Very good. Yeah, we appreciate that. I'm glad. So 8 inches of snow. I know my in-laws over in Wyandotte were sending a lot of pictures and letting us know what was happening. It looked like about 7 or 8 inches, but yeah, we appreciate that. Thanks for giving us that view. We appreciate you guys on patrol. You can tell that the roads, I know y'all are crunching through that ice, huh?
Yeah, no doubt. We starting to kind of break it up. Well, you can see right there's melting snow on some of the city streets. You know, that's gonna, if that doesn't get displaced by the time the sun goes down, that's gonna refreeze tonight.
Right, exactly. And so again, that the bridge is open only for emergency personnel and/or if we need ambulance support and transport to the hospitals to make sure people are safe. Right.
Yeah, because right now that is our only access across the river. We don't have the 182 bridge open because of construction.
Right.
So it was very important that we get that cleared out immediately. And in fact, if you watch the mayor's Facebook from last night, he did a live while he was on an excavator along with some other businessmen, Joey Billot from Cleveland Billot Construction, Koki Concrete, and some city workers. You know, they were plowing that path for to kind of have access across the river in case we did have to get somebody to the hospital.
Right.
Want to make sure everybody's safe as much as possible.
Captain John Schaff driving through, sharing with us some of the updates from St. Mary Parish and from Morgan City.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System. Your health is our legacy. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
All right. Hey, Dwayne, it's Keith, man. Thank you so much.
Hey, Keith.
How are you, brother?
I'm doing good. You ready for me to take off here?
We are ready. You go ahead and take off. I love the fact that we're on the ground and we get to take off with you. And we are in beautiful Thibodaux, Louisiana.
Yep, I'm at the district attorney's office, and we're facing towards, you know, like the Walmart and all that stuff.
Okay. Oh, gotcha. All right. Very good. Thank you. That's very helpful. That's right across the Bayou, right?
Yep.
Very good. And here we are.
That's over towards the auditorium and stuff.
Right.
A lot of this is already melting here in Thibodaux.
It's what?
The snow's melting a lot in Thibodaux.
Oh, okay. So you are seeing some of that melting snow. Okay. More so than you saw in Napoleonville?
Yeah.
Okay.
Napoleonville, in fact, the whole way here, most of it, we're still driving on top of snow.
Wow.
Just had the one little lane that was kind of clear, but not.
Right.
So we had to take it easy. But from about Laverdeville on, it cleared up. And then once we got into Thibodaux, I mean, you could see here.
Yeah. A lot of that snow is melted. They've done a really good job clearing those roadways, Dwayne.
Yeah.
And we're coming up.
Canal.
LA 20, which is Canal.
Yep.
Canal
Boulevard. You can see the church coming up.
Yep. St. Joseph Co-Cathedral, which is there on the left. Beautiful church. We have downtown Thibodaux that we see right now. Again, you can see all of the snow on the median there in the middle, and you can see all of the ice there on the road still. Oh, hi, Mike. It's Keith. Thanks for calling in, brother.
Mr. Keith, how you doing, man?
I am very well, thank you.
Guys, a little update on what's going on.
Okay.
If I may. So
please.
Let's start at the worst area.
Okay.
The worst area is from Presqu'île Isle on Highway 55 and 56. In other words, Third, Montague, all Klondike, Chauvin, Cocodrie, all that area.
Right.
As you may or may not remember, 2 days ago we broke, or a main line broke in the 5500 block of Highway 56.
Right.
We couldn't get to it. We couldn't do anything. Still can't get to it and do anything. Well, it's pretty much emptied out the tanks, and, you're just throwing water away.
Right.
So we took that 2 million gallons that was just flowing down there normally and going to route it to everybody else. So let me just say, we have a lot of water.
Yes.
And we're going to be okay. But if you look at our problem is we can't build pressure.
Sheriff Tim Saunier, thanks for being here with us.
Thank you, Keith.
We appreciate it. That was Mike on the phone, Waterworks District. He just wanted to thank you for going and get him.
Well, we're glad we can do it. Look, it was pretty shaky last night.
Yeah.
I've been out on the roads this morning. You've seen a lot of ice melt, which is a good thing. Mother Nature's doing what it's doing.
Right.
I know they contracted. They're scraping some of the roads, and you're starting to see a lot of melt. I think the biggest concern is watching what the temperature's going to do tonight.
Yep.
And tomorrow's going to tell us a lot.
Right.
As far as that, but my guys are going to be out all night monitoring, and I don't sleep much, so we kind of stay up on the updates.
Well, you really can't. It's a good thing you don't sleep much.
No,
we really can't.
It becomes very good.
Yeah, an advantage for that. Well, I got to tell you, Sheriff, we are so very, very glad. The partnerships, and we've been talking about the only way that we can get out really good information is to have these great partnerships. The fact that you and your team are so willing. I talked to Blake last night. I wanted to make sure that it would be okay to come in this morning. And he said, yeah, just if you get stopped by anybody, just let them know, your emergency personnel and what you're doing. And your team is out there. We've been watching them all day. And so very, very thankful for you and all of your team. So very dedicated.
We got a good team, and I'm blessed with the good team we have, and was able to get some footage, I think, that, let the people know this is what we're looking at.
Right.
And I know some of them are stuck at home, but just be patient. It's going to get better, and it's going to get better each day. And looking at the roads firsthand this morning, you've seen a lot of ice melting, and I said, that's a good sign.
Yep.
You're starting to see some dry patches on the road, which is better.
Right.
But you see a little bit of pools of water, which kind of becomes concerning when the temperature drops.
Yeah. In fact, I had some friends asking about getting out. I just told them, I said, guys, you got to be very careful. And the reason you got to be so careful is because any water that's on the road becomes ice tonight. We're going to get down to 16 or 17 degrees tonight.
And that's my concerning part. That's why we're going to be out all night kind of monitoring that and making sure if it ices down, I mean, we're definitely going to put something out there to the public, let them know it's still really not a safe condition to be out there.
Yeah,
but we got to monitor and stay firsthand so we get that to the people.
Yeah, and I appreciate that. Again, you guys always saying, and again, some more footage here from your team. So this drone that you guys have with Cherwell Parish Sheriff's Office, very, very glad showing, and that's the Prospect Street Bridge right there.
Right now, I got officers out there. They starting to get it scraped.
Okay.
They starting to get it scraped out there with some of the ones that's contracted to take care of it. And I think they're going to try to desalt and try to get that open as quick as possible. The twin spans are open.
Right.
So that's a good thing. And as we get updates, we'll push that out to the public.
Okay. So the twin spans are now open.
Twin spans are
Y'all
open.
cleared it, and so we're now above, for the last hour, over an hour or so.
They were clearing it this morning.
Right.
Look, shout out, Neil Abbott has been, he calls me constantly, keep me updated. I told Travis that you got a gym, he stays on top of it. And we're blessed we have a good team collectively with our law enforcement that we're communicating well.
Wow.
So
So good news. The tunnel, one of our callers called in and asked, is the tunnel open?
The tunnel's open.
The tunnel is open. Okay, very good. So again, for the caller that called in, ma'am, just want to let you know from the words of our Sheriff here in Cherwell Parish, Tim Saunier, he's letting us know that it is open. The tunnel is open. The twin span is open, and currently working on a Prospect Street Bridge.
They're currently working on Prospect, and that doesn't mean it's not going to close tonight if things start to refreeze, but they're Neil's been on top of that, keeping it definitely monitored, and from the sheriff's office to HPD officer, he's done a great job, and I want to make sure he gets credit for that.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Yeah, Martin was doing the same thing. Martin was letting him know. He followed him, so we got a chance to film that. So thanks to you and your team helping with Martin, we got to show them exactly what was happening on the twin span as he cleared it.
Yes.
This is really cool to see. But man, that's a lot of snow.
It is a lot. And I was watching, they were doing some on New Orleans Boulevard.
And you were mentioning the airport about trying to make sure, look at all the snow that's still there at the airport.
It's a lot. And I talked to Carl earlier today, and and so, I mean, we have a skid loader, so plus they got a little bit of equipment, so we're going to bring it out there to help them out, get that
Oh, very
cleared.
nice. Okay.
I mean, the important part is we try to help everyone to get back to normal as fast as possible.
Right. Well, and again, it's about partnerships, and you guys are partnering with all of the different businesses, certainly with us, and letting everybody know when it's safe and when it's not. And like you said, y'all are going to continue to monitor. We hope you get a little rest, though, here, Sheriff, at some point.
I'm good. I mean, look, this is when we stay on the edge.
Yeah.
But look, I can get on the phone. I can get the information I need.
Right.
Firsthand, I got my officers out there, so things that I need to know, I can make a phone call, find out what it looks like, take a picture, let me see for myself.
Right.
And those type of things, plus what I can.
But don't go anywhere. A whole lot more right here on HTV.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.